All right. Hey, y'all. It is April 16th. Um, Yesterday was a day of emotions. Um, Elation because it was April 15th, which, again, like I said yesterday, for most of the world doesn't matter. For accountants, that's like second to Christmas. It's typically a great day. If we were at a normal time this year, I would have spent all day eating delicious foods at our picnic, and then tonight getting absolutely trashed at the party. Um, but instead, I'm here um, with y'all. Uh, Also, yesterday, Daisy, like I said, had to go to the vet. She's doing better today. They gave her this like special food that she had to eat, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll see if she likes it. If she likes it, you could switch her to this to be like her full time food." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, sounds good." Um, she loved the food, loved it, looked it up. It was $100 for a 27-pound bag. I'm like, I point blank refuse to pay that. I'm not paying $100 for a bag of food. Like, that's ridiculous. So we're gonna have to find a happy medium between that. Yeah, no, not about it. And then also yesterday became a little bit more sobering because my firm laid off some employees, which we weren't aware was coming. Other firms I know have told employees like, hey, we have to make staffing cuts and stuff like that. We completely were unaware. Actually, we had asked about layoffs and were told um, that like they couldn't say anything definitive, but kind of not to worry about it. So when we saw that email, it was just we all very well understand that we work for a business. Like the goal is to make money and protect the long-term health of the company, and we all understand that. And we're all, I think, good enough accountants that we can think about the bottom line and not kind of be hurt on a personal level. At least I would like to think if I were in that scenario, I would feel like that. And right now there have been dozens, or not dozens, but there have been bills put into place to help. Specifically, we are now at 22 million people who've lost their jobs because of this. So demands and unemployment are really high. Um, and so like there are a bunch of additional things they could do right now. So at least that's good. It's just I suddenly had this fear from the minute I read that email. I felt like I was just gonna throw up the entire night, and it was just from anxiety. And I like to think I'm good at my job. I like to think I'm friendly. I like to think that people like me. But kind of knowing that all that might not matter was a very difficult thing to come to terms with yesterday. To know that, look, you might be great, but if that's what it takes to have the bottom line, then that's what it takes. And like I said, I think we're all good enough accountants to kind of understand that logic. Um, but it doesn't mean we have to like it or it's easy to accept for us. So that happened. And then today we kind of had a staff meeting, and it was kind of like the elephant in the room. No one, obviously, it was on uh, like video chat staff meeting, and no one said anything. And I don't think anyone wanted to say anything because everyone, first up, well, I think everyone wanted to say something. I think everyone wanted to say, why or how many more or something of that nature. But I just don't think anyone wanted to put themselves out there and kind of equivocate themselves with the idea of layoffs. Um, So yeah, that wasn't great. That wasn't very fun. Uh, so hopefully that'll be fine. States and the country is starting to think about the possibility of opening back up, which is a little concerning because I haven't really heard a whole lot about flattening the curve. Some states, like, or some cities like Chicago, is starting to flatten the curve. Um, but Pennsylvania, I know, just put a bill to our state Congress about ways to open up certain businesses to re-stimulate the economy if they observe social distancing and like high cleaning and stuff like that. So that's it. Trump actually just rolled out a plan that sounds sane, and I'm like very slightly astounded. Basically, earlier this week, he said that he had total authority to open the entire country if he wanted, and the government and the governors could not do a single damn thing about it. And then today he's like, well, I have this plan, but it's up to each governor how to implement it. Kind of just feels like someone told him, is like, dude, if you open the country and everybody dies, you're the one they're going to blame. I think somebody told him that. So he's like, oh, okay, how do I shift this blame off of myself? That being said, I'd rather put this in the hands of the governors. So much rather put this in the hands of the governors. And it was a 3-tier plan, and you could only get to the second phase once you got past the first phase. The first phase is like sporting arenas, movie theaters, restaurants, and like maybe something else can open, but it has to be like really limited people. Things have to be really clean. People have to be social distancing apart. Things like schools and camps and hospitals and nursing homes and stuff like that still shut down. And for hospitals and nursing homes, I mean, like, you still can't like go visit people, like people who live there or are there to be treated are there. But things like that can't be open. The bars can't be open. If they do phase 1 and we don't see like a rebound, then they can go on to phase 2. And phase 2 is like, a couple more places can open, you can have a couple more people, but you still have to, keep up standards and stuff. And then if you get through that without a rebound, then you can get to phase 3, which is schools and camps and stuff like that can reopen. But even once everything reopens, I think we're going to be in kind of high tension mode, making sure things are clean or distanced or whatever. So yeah, that sounded eminently rational, and I was like, a little surprised. I wonder who wrote it for him. Anyway, so yeah, think that's kind of it. It was kind of my personal and what's going on with the world today. Actually, yesterday, I don't know if I mentioned this yesterday. I kind of forgot when I made my video yesterday, so don't know how much of my day I got through. I was walking Daisy, right? And there is a thing in Pennsylvania now that they ask you to wear a mask if you're going in public. To me, going in public means where there are other people, right? So I'm walking Daisy on a road by myself. There's no one else around me. There's no one else on the whole block. The whole block. It's just me. And this guy drives by in a car and points to his mask. I'm like, dude, really? But apparently felt strongly that when I was by myself, I should be wearing a mask to protect. I don't know. Dogs can't get it, so it can't be Daisy. This little girl's been lethargic all day, and let me tell you, this is a dog that sleeps 20 hours a day anyway. So when she's lethargic and sleeps 23 and a half hours, it's kind of interesting. But there's side effects from the meds and stuff. So, yeah, I think that's kind of it for me today. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye.